How do I look, Tommy?
You look all right.
All
Need
right.
some lip. You need some lip gloss.
Yes,
I've got purple lipstick.
that would be perfect.
The Younger Dryas Impact Hypothesis, which is a real scientific controversy about a possible comet impact 12,800 years ago. And the geological impact winter and the Shiva hypothesis is in there too.
We don't need any of that. That's crazy talk.
Anyway, but to keep going forward, alien probes and techno-signatures. Here's a good one. The Vatican and the prophecy angle.
The chronometer.
The deep underground bases and elite escape plans. And the sixth one is plasma electric universe interpretations, time loop, quantum timeline jump theories.
Groundhog Day.
Welcome to the Mystic Podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Tommy Nine Toes and
He's got
JC, the Cinnamon.
Yeah, I got popcorn.
Cinnamon
It's
popcorn.
very good.
I have a
Double
I'm
dose.
always eating something on the
ice
show, Michelle.
chai.
Seems
Huh?
like I'm always eating something on here.
I know. Wonder what you're doing before you get on here that makes you hungry.
Go
Not
to
eating. I don't eat and it makes me hungry, and then I eat when I get here.
He's a working man.
Not really.
The lady.
Working a Renaissance working man.
No, not really.
Have you guys heard the new Taylor Swift?
Not really.
No, not really. Gracie's got headphones on, so you heard me.
I was too busy twerking a Doja Cat.
Although she's pretty cool, actually.
I don't know
She's
about all
pretty
that.
cool.
I think now you're just telling stories just to tell them.
All right, I'm not going to disgrace Tay Tay by having a conversation with you two buffoons
Tay.
all day, baby.
Her
What are we going
fiance.
to talk about, Tommy? We're not going to talk about Tay Tay. What are we
Talk
going to
about
talk
Tay.
We're going to talk about her fiance, Travis Swift.
Would you mind changing your name?
Yes.
Probably not.
Well, she's a billionaire, so no, I wouldn't have a problem.
I'd
at
be
all.
like Swift all day, baby. Just
I'll
call
be
me
like-
Swifty.
I don't know.
Honestly, to get back on track here, we've got a rabbit hole potpourri tonight.
We do. It's going to be a fun one.
Project Bluebeam. We're going to talk about Three Eye Atlas. We're going to talk about
This subject seems to come up more often
Okay.
than I would have ever
It's going to
expected.
turn this podcast into a drinking game if this keeps happening.
When are we going to look at a random
and
part of
also
something now?
we're Three Eye Atlas. We're going to talk about. I've lost my
The
track.
Dark
of
Knight
The
Let's talk
Dark
about Butter
Knight
Side.
Satellite. We're going to talk
Satellite.
about
and the third one. What was the third one?
the swarm of comets. Okay, hang on.
What is happening?
Well, it's the tablet, and the case has a way to hold the tablet up.
Don't lie, Tom. Get off those sites and put the tablet up.
I'm not. There's no.
He's just got us on a tab. We're like, okay, they're talking to me. I got to push their tab.
So I've got a brick behind it now.
Okay,
A historic brick on top of that.
that's awesome.
This brick came with the house. Believe it or not,
I just got some little extra cinnamon oil on that last one. I'm going to take a break from that.
Yummy.
it says Versailles. Says
Oh,
Versailles,
cool.
Missouri company. It was made in Versailles.
Nice.
So
That's
that's going to
cool.
go back there and hold up the tablet from falling down.
Awesome.
So now,
All right, get us started.
so when I played the drums, I used to put that anvil in front of the
Mm-hmm.
bass drum because it would push forward. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we basically
What
have
the
a rabbit
hell?
hole
Wait a
potpourri.
minute.
We're going to be
This
everywhere
isn't
today.
ASMR.
It is for me. I'll
I
quit.
never understood the ASMR thing, and
That's because you don't have the right. I
well,
don't know if
just
you
those-
call it
I come across those
personality or if you would
reels,
call
and
it. Huh?
I come across those reels, and I just don't understand the whole deal.
Well, you have to be like
Weird?
They're not weird just because they're different than you.
They call it artistic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not sure if you have to be on the spectrum or if it's an ADHD thing
We're all
or if it's just a personality quirk all the way around. I don't know, but sounds like that are soothing to some people, like relaxing.
The ones that crack me up is the people that are out there and they're building homes or they're building like a place in the wilderness, and they're digging holes and they're putting everything down, and they speed up the video, so when they're tapping down there, it's like, brrr, they're.
You don't enjoy that?
No, he
No.
does like that. You don't?
They crack me up.
Oh,
They
okay.
humor me, but I mean,
I
other
love
than that,
watching him make like a 3-story mansion with bamboo sticks. Some dude in these ratty shorts, no shoes on.
I mean, now it's pretty cool what they build. And I will
Oh,
not I'll
it
say that. When
no
they get it built, it's like,
question.
wow, that was pretty badass. Well, there was one guy made a freaking dam, but that here nor there.
Okay, anyway, off task.
Yeah.
Rail jump.
Getting back on the rails. So what do we want to talk about first?
I don't care. I don't care. Now, I've got 7 popular conspiracy theories. This is across the gamut, okay?
Okay.
That are running currently regarding 3i Atlas and these satellites, okay?
Okay.
So the first one is, well, am I on the right thing? Hang on. I didn't have it up here like I thought I had it up here.
You're not looking at a crazy website, are you?
No.
Go ahead. Be good.
What? Okay. What the heck? It's like I lost that list I told you guys. That's weird.
Oh no.
Oh, I kind of have only got 6 on it.
Paranormal.
Probably disappeared when Tom kept showing his feed.
This could be a user error. So let me just
Stop pushing the buttons.
It was a user error. I hadn't scrolled down long enough. Okay. So, first conspiracy theory is it part of Planet X? Like, is Planet X behind it? This is probably the most widespread framework people fit 3i Atlas and the 6 others into. According to these circles, the 3i Atlas is not just an interstellar visitor, but a harbinger or fragment of a larger incoming system, often identified with the mythical Nibiru or Planet X. The claim is that NASA and other agencies rebranded fragments of the system as interstellar comets to avoid panic. So this is a NASA. The alleged cover-up is blamed on NASA, the Vatican, or other international elites, often tied into biblical prophecies of wormwood or the great star of Revelation.
Trumpet number 3.
Dark Knight 2, I think.
So expand on that. What does that mean, Tom?
What? But the wormwood?
Yeah.
So wormwood, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, in Revelations there's 7 trumpets. The third trumpet is wormwood, which basically poisons the fresh water. So drinkable water, I don't know what it is, but it basically
And that's what turns the water red and brings pestilence.
Yeah. It's almost like if you go back to Exodus, you look at Moses and he's having the conflict with Ramses and let my people go, and here comes the plagues. And what is
Well,
it? He turns the water red, turns the water to blood.
it's also associating wormwood with the great star.
The
Like
great
it's
star.
one thing, yeah. Because it says that it's often tied into biblical prophecies of wormwood or the great star of Revelation.
Let me get my notes real quick here.
Yeah.
I actually have something. Some things I read about that. I mean, about wormwood and all that other stuff. And I got it saved. So let me. Blah blah blah.
I don't know.
Let me see here.
I think there's going to be. Go ahead.
Trumpet 3, freshwater contamination, wormwood, rivers poisoned. Let me go back here. Trumpet 3 speaks of wormwood falling from the sky, poisoning rivers and springs. Could this be a memory of comet strikes and contaminated Earth's water, or even a symbolic warning that modern humans ignore at our peril from volcanoes?
Right.
And here's the thing: trumpet number 2 is basically talks about an ocean catastrophe. And what have we talked about before off the coast of Oregon?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And there's even other places now.
So, and here's the thing.
Look at the
now,
Mississippi.
Think about this. A volcano erupts, okay, under the water. We have earthquakes. We have tsunamis. So we have water that's already poisoned coming inland, gets into the fresh water, and, starts poisoning, that. So you basically don't have water to drink because it's been contaminated. You can't drink it.
Well, it could also be Yellowstone could pollute rivers.
Yeah, Yellowstone's another one because the geysers and, of course, the caldera itself. I mean, it's you think about it, it's kind of it's a heck of a thing.
Yeah.
And
it just leads right into this next thing. Comet swarm and catastrophism. Now, this conspiracy theory, it's not really a conspiracy theory. What is it called? I mean, it's not a conspiracy.
A theory.
Yeah. Well, anyway, another cluster of theories argues that you're going to get your time in the light, Tom. Just hang on. Another cluster of theories argues that Earth is moving into a dense region of space debris from a shattered interstellar object or even a passing dwarf star. Proponents cite the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis, which, as Tommy so diligently reminds us every week, is a real scientific controversy.
It is
about a possible comet impact 12,800 years ago, which is also interesting and becoming more interesting all the time, that time frame. Geological impact winter layers as evidence of periodic comet showers. Here's where it gets juicy. Claims that the government and scientific agencies already know a large impact event is imminent and that they're tracking the swarm and disguising it as comets.
Okay.
That brings us into the later one.
Well, and I'm not trying to be political when I say this.
Okay.
But right now, the government.
It's not aliens. It's just aliens.
But the government right now, the United States government's on shutdown because of all what's going on. We're not going to elaborate. We're not going to go into that.
Whatever.
But the thing is, NASA, from what I understand, has shut down cameras and stuff that they had on 3i Atlas so the public can't see it.
Oh, public cameras?
Yes.
Well, how could they leave the button on if they don't have any money, Tom?
Well, I'm just saying.
Trust me, they got cameras on this thing.
I'm assuming. I hope to God at least they're watching it.
Somebody is, yeah. I know, right?
Someone's watching it, but
yesterday they were supposed to get pictures of 31 Atlas from the satellites of Mars.
In Mars,
but haven't heard anything about that yet. That was supposed to be yesterday.
And then I had heard that it changed its trajectory, not towards us, but
well, it's supposed to hit the moon.
I
It's supposed to hit the Earth, and now it's supposed to hit Mars.
And I'm like, hit Mars or park.
I mean, none of that stuff's close. So it has. If they think if they really thought it was going to hit those different things, it has to be changing directions.
And the thing is, the last picture I've seen of it and everything, and they're like, "Hey, it's got a cylindrical look to it. It's not like a rock. It's like cylindrical, like it's polished. What they showed, it looks like a lack of better terms, a freaking Tic Tac, just like what they had at the Nevitz. I think that's the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and they had that whole thing there.
Just like they showed video of during the freaking congressional hearings.
Right, yeah. And so here we are, with this whole thing, and also this goes back, and if you remember, because we've all three read the books, the Earth Chronicles by Zechariah Sitchin. And
reading the Bible.
But he talks about
the books of Sitchin.
When Nibiru came in, collided with Tiamat, made the asteroid belt, knocked Pluto out of its thing, and all that good stuff. I mean, to me, it's like it might be a situation. Maybe it's happening again. It's one of those things that you hear it in your history classes, whether it be high school or college level. Those don't learn. Those who don't learn history are doomed to repeat it. And what if it's a situation as this younger Dryas, and because a lot of them are saying that it was a cometary collision.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, if we knew what happened then, and here we're coming into it again, we might not be able to. Probably not going to be able to deflect any kind of comet coming in. To be honest, in all reality, there's no way to stop a comet come smash into the planet, but there can be preparations made. You know what I'm saying? They can.
That's why
they
made
something
to themselves.
Well, but I mean to hold that way we don't go into amnesia like we did the last.
I know.
That's unavoidable.
I don't know. It says though that this theory often overlaps with the Shiva hypothesis and nemesis ideas. The notion that a dark companion star periodically sends comets inward.
I've heard the nemesis. I know the Shiva. Is that SHIVA?
HIVA, and it actually gave me more on that.
The destroyer.
It gave me more on the Shiva hypothesis. If we want to get into that later, but now I lost it. Oh, here I am, just scrolling with my freaking wheel, willy-nilly. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so the next one. What's he doing?
I muted
now?
my ASMR.
Are you cooking a roast now?
Nope, I muted my ASMR for you, so you didn't have to deal with it.
Okay, here's the next one. Alien probes are technosignatures. This is Avi Loeb territory. I have no idea what that means. But in conspiracy circles, it gets spun into a far more dramatic scenario. And I should allow you to correct me if I pronounce this wrong, JC. Oumuamua.
Papa Mau Mau.
Oumuamua and Three Eye Atlas are not natural objects, but alien craft, possibly scanning or preparing the solar system. The 6 others are its fleet of mothership fragments. Those they're just, just like when you see ships, there's like
the thing about that first one went through the Oumuamua. Okay, they're like, it's coming through the solar system and it's not going to do anything. It's going to go past the sun. Well, it has to travel just as far past the sun to exit our solar system, but it's like as soon as it got past us, they never said anything about it again. So, I mean, did it just keep going?
Right.
Well, and here's, you
Go
know
ahead.
what? And if you look at it like this, also, I mean, think about people here on Earth, and Earth as like a baby. You know, a baby's eyes aren't fully developed. You could do all kinds of stuff, and it's like, ooh, that looks really neat, to the kid because it's blurry and probably there's motion. They can detect motion, but the thing is, we're in the same way. We can still build these super telescopes and stuff to see these things, but still our eyesight still
Well,
is not that good.
why are we only worried about it hitting stuff on its way into the solar system, but once it passes Earth, we forget. We're like, maybe we don't know if it's going to hit anything now. We don't care.
Because Earth is not. That's why. Because it's humans.
Because it's already passed us, so
Hey,
at that point we don't
you
care.
need to stop coming down on my people, Michelle. I'm getting pretty tired of this.
So they say governments and major observatories supposedly know this and are under gag orders.
Well, yeah, it's because it's classified.
Some speculate they're ARC ships carrying alien life or bracelet probes left to monitor us. And I guess this Loeb thing, this Avi Loeb, he proposed that Oumuamua could be a thin light sail.
I
Could
thought
be
it was like a
anything.
big
Could be
rock.
something we have no idea what it does.
Oumuamua, I don't know as much about it as I do.
That one, the photos I saw of it at least did look like it's just a weird, big, anomalous rock.
Yeah. Well, what if these things are, when the United States went to the moon, now, of course, a lot of people discount that we went to the moon, but before we did that, they shot rockets up there, like the little cart that they drove around in on the moon, and there were things that they put up there so when they got there, they could use them. What if this is the same situation? Well, we're gonna park these things, and then when the main crew comes in,
They also said
on Mars.
when they put stuff on the moon, they also said that it rang like a bell.
yeah. Oh, it could be the moon, could be a Death Star.
Yeah, they said the moon rang like a bell when I forgot what it was they launched at it. Something hit the moon and it rang like a bell.
That's interesting. Okay, so the next one, Tom, you'll like this one probably. JC, you probably will too. The Vatican.
Oh yeah, those guys.
The Vatican and the prophecy angle.
Upstanding, trustworthy people.
Okay, so 3-Eye Atlas and the Comet Swarm are linked to prophecies about the Black Pope, Wormwood,
Racist,
or a celestial event that signals the end times. The Vatican Advanced Technology Telescope, the VATT, at Mount Graham in Arizona, is alleged to be watching this incoming system. Some connect it to the Lucifer infrared instrument once at the same observatory.
Now, why would you name it that?
It's actually just
nobody's going to read into that naming, right?
The claim the church knows about an inbound star comet system fulfilling revelations.
And why is there a white pope and a black pope?
It's level.
Honestly, what's the difference between the two? What's
power.
What's the difference between night and day, Tom?
Well, okay,
so here it is. The white. Here's the way when we were going through all that conspiracy, I read a lot about it, and there is a reason. It's literally like a light and shadow. They are equally powerful. In other words, the Black Pope is absolutely just as powerful logistically, as the White Pope. But one stays in the shadow and one's in the light.
So you got Luke Skywalker on one side, you got Lord Vader on the other side.
Well,
or you got Lord Vader and you got Lord Vader in a white coat.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I was trying to figure out how to say.
Emperor Palpatine and Lord Vader, who knows?
But that's the principle of it.
Right.
Yeah. And no one ever is supposed to know the Black Pope. No, I mean, it's like he is like,
It's Steve Buscemi, just so you know.
I know, up there cooking those sausages.
Yeah, but he's up there cooking buttered sausage.
And Gary Busey.
Yeah. What's it doing? Why does it look like
That's who I'm thinking of.
that? Gary
Bless his
Busey is
heart.
the Black Pope.
Bless his heart, my Lord.
That
man.
would be beautiful.
I hope he has children and people are taking care of him. That's all I hope for.
He does. He does. I guarantee
he's-
they're taking care of him.
And I hope I am having that good of a time when I
I
lose him.
used to really like his movies. It's so sad what happened to him.
Well, it just motorcycle accidents. He wasn't wearing helmets.
Brain injury football players, the gamut of
He's
people
got
suffer.
CTE. I guarantee you, he's got a form of CTE from you know.
He's
Probably.
got a form of something.
Wrestlers too.
Yeah.
You get that. A lot of them get that. Anyway, off the rails.
Last thing, my heart's out to him. I hope.
Yeah, I love him. I'm a fan. He cracks me up still all the same, but that's why I'm a fan. Anyway, interesting. The Vatican always with their finger in the pie somewhere. Here we are, number 5, deep underground bases for the elites to escape. And this draws me back to catastrophic.
It's like
Comet
Fallout. It's like the vaults from Fallout.
Like they know we're about to get slammed, and they're all going to freaking jump in Bezos' rocket and fly up to one of their.
Well, they act like it's for nuclear war, and I guess it would be handy for that. But it's for flooding. It's for extraterrestrial threats. Like it's just to keep them safe from anything that the rest of us have to deal with.
What are you? Oh, what?
The
What are
vault.
you saying?
There's big underground vaults. Those are just for them to go for anything that threatens all of us, just so that they can be safe and the rest of us.
And are you talking about the elites or government?
Yeah,
Okay,
well, it's the same. That's the same thing.
What's out there and
sort of
out here,
but not really.
They're
out
all,
here in
they
freaking
all
Branson.
sleep in the same bed.
What'd you say, Tom?
You're out there in Missouri, in the limestone hills out there in Missouri. They've got a lot of those bunkers.
There's one here in the county.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure there's one in DeSoto.
They would always get alarms on it. Somebody break it in because whoever owned it didn't live here, and the deputies loved it when that happened because they could walk through it looking for somebody.
Well, that ammunition plant in DeSoto that's just that little white building in the middle of a field.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
the ammunition plant. Where's the ammunition plant?
Talk about sunflower.
Yeah.
Of all of them, that's probably the one I least connect with, least see being.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I'm like, I don't think they're going to fly up to these things, and that's their bunker. I think their bunkers are underground, just like you said.
Yeah, I mean, it's out there in Branson. There's out there before you get to Branson up on 65. I think that's the highway going into Branson from Springfield to Branson. You go out there, it's like when you really get into the big mountains, the Ozark Mountains there. I know I saw a thing on the website, and I actually kind of figured out where it was. It's along 65. It's really close to it. They got like this big, huge freaking mansion like thing, and it sits off the road, and there's nothing around it. I guarantee you, it's probably I get to survive because I have billions of dollars.
Well, this all goes down to they call it DUMBs, deep underground military bases, or arc bunkers for survival. Mars colonization plans as an escape from an incoming impact event. And my first word is Elon. He wants to freaking colonize Mars. What if he's getting alien assistance in doing so? And that's why they're on Mars.
Apparently, they used to help Tesla.
They've helped lots of people.
Yeah.
Someone should ask Grok.
Mysterious government sea vaults and genetic archives.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's two people were talking.
Oh, I said we need to make an AI and name it Brack.
What are you saying, Shell?
Nothing. These there's creating seed vaults and genetic archives.
Now, yeah, they got one out there in Norway, I think.
Looks like just
Where
like
they-
Noah's Ark.
Yeah, they basically just have all the seeds and all the.
Well, they've got one in
DNA.
Antarctica. They got that's in the ice.
No, is it?
Yeah, they got one that's supposed to have all the seed for basically every plant and genetic material for almost every animal.
I thought they had one up there in Norway too, somewhere up north.
Yep, there's probably more than
There's
one.
a seed bank up there, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're almost to the end. The next one's plasma, electric universe interpretations. Now, this one I wasn't so familiar with. This is a more physics fringe, which is I'm surprised because I read a lot of that. A more physics fringe idea says that the comets are not dirty snowballs at all, but electrical phenomenon, the electric universe model. So in this view, the 3I Atlas and its siblings are charged bodies entering our sun's plasma sheath. Their arrival might trigger solar flares or plasma discharges with the Earth. Have you seen the Schumann?
Yeah, and that would explain their alleged pulsing that they're supposed to be doing.
Mainstream science suppresses this because it would upend standard astrophysics.
You know, and this last Friday, man, I had a lot of anxiety, and it's like I don't know.
I sent you a picture of the Schumann.
I know.
And it did that exact pattern again.
Even if it's just a rock, but if it's a magnetic rock of that size coming through, it could probably still wreak havoc just being an inanimate object.
Right. And then, you know what? That would wouldn't that mess with the magnetic poles?
Oh, yeah. Well, we talked about that last week, which I haven't posted.
It could do, who knows what it could do.
I mean, there could be a lot of.
It could repel anything it gets too close to.
Big thing of magnetite come flying through the area. That could cause the wobble,
right,
like 400-mile-an-hour wind shears.
And if like earlier we discussed that this is a cyclic thing, like everything seems to be, and our solar system is entering that major debris field.
Right.
Well, what if our solar system's on like a 6,000 cycle where it's spinning around?
On a 12,000 cycle.
Yeah, like and it's actually in a circular pattern, like an orbit around something. Our whole solar system might be doing that, and then it's coming right back through. It goes through normally. That could explain it.
Graham Hancock, in his book, The Magi of the Gods, great book. If you can read that thing, I've got a copy I'll give to either one of you if you want to read it. But the thing is, one of the things he talks about is that mainstream scientists, when they talk about the Younger Dryas, they kind of poo-poo it a little bit and saying it was something that just gradually happened. It built up. Well, some of the stuff that Graham Hancock researched and with other geologists and all this other stuff are saying it's like up in by Billings, Montana, like I guess these Missoula I can't remember what it's called, like Missoula Flats or something. It's like way that was carved out by water. It wasn't something that just gradually happened. It was like some water released, and it's
that's what they say about a lot of the canyons and stuff is they just have the sudden rush of water did it.
It's like that's not the case. And they've kind of, I mean, it's like what these people have found against what mainstream, it's the whole academia thing fighting about it,
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just saying, it's like it's a situation where if we are going through that cycle and it smashes in there, we're going to see what happens firsthand before we say adios to this world.
And you might not say adios, you might survive it.
Yeah, you might survive it. I don't know. I mean, I'm on a lot of medication, so probably not. I might not survive it.
This is the big one, Elizabeth. Coming to see you.
I'm over here. And the blue pill keeps me from screaming. So
Hurts when I pee.
every time they turn the microwave on, I forget my name and pee my pants.
Right.
I'm just saying, though. I mean,
Anyway.
but I make that joke. But the thing is,
Yeah.
you know, it's younger. I feel like maybe younger dries might be a cyclical thing. You know, this is something that comes in.
And I said that
Yeah.
last week. I said the reason it keeps coming up is because that's our record
Yeah.
for us, you know, and every age is going to have its record, and the next
Right.
age will have this record, and they'll be like, I don't know, what do you think they'll call it? The younger dry. Why did they name the younger Dryas younger Dryas?
Because the
I think
younger
Younger is one of the
Dryas,
people who theorized it.
and a Dryas is a flower that only shows. It's like it only blooms when it's really, really cold. It's like up in the Arctic. I know that's let me see.
The younger Dryas is a flower, or just Dryas is a flower?
Dryas is a flower.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Younger was the guy who
The guy.
came
Well,
up.
Younger was the guy who figured it
Okay.
out.
Okay. So all three of us figured it out. So we've got to figure out the name it would be.
Groundhog Day. I mean, I say that a lot, but honestly, I mean, have you ever seen the movie with Bill Murray? He's sitting there killing himself several times, and they go back, starts up there. It's Groundhog Day.
Well, the last one, there's one more. This is the last one. Time loop. Is it part of a time loop?
Yeah, it's like Groundhog Day.
Quantum timeline jump theories. Yeah. Let's see. Can these be timeline markers for a quantum shift of Earth's reality, heralding or merging of timelines, or the arrival of the fifth dimensional consciousness?
You know, as long as they bring it back towards the Berenstein Bears and Gandhi or what's his face, Mandela Nelson died in prison, then fine.
The butterfly effect.
They need to bring that
No,
stuff back.
Mandela effect. You're right.
Yeah, the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
What if, now here's something. What if this event that happens every 12,000 years, if humankind doesn't figure it out, it creates a new timeline. So you have the multiverse, and it's just creating another line in there.
So what happens to this line? It just keeps going.
It just keeps going until TVA shows up and they get rid of it.
Well, it says
Owen Wilson is like, wow.
It says the last thing it says is they could be part of an orchestrated celestial alignment triggering mass awakening. Now, what this ties into is there is a whole group of people that believe the planets, moons, celestial things are actually sentient beings, and all leading to the source, which I have discussed before. We don't know what the source is. We know it's there. Physics, it comes up in the math, but we still don't know what it is. We just know it's there. But that, like what the sun's doing with the Schumann, okay? Right. That's actually the source sending downloads to Earth, causing this mass awakening, okay? The moon does the same thing.
So when you do tarot readings, do you get anything? Have you been getting anything weird like you did before that one time?
Remind me of what you're talking about.
September 24th?
No, I never get that kind of stuff. Yeah. Never.
On the tarot readings?
No, because I'm not a believer that you can predict dates.
Right.
So my people don't do that. They'll give me a likelihood, but I think that I mean, I'm a student of quantum physics and understand linear timelines. And there's too many things that can change a timeline. I can predict something for you right here, right now, and it's probably 100% correct. However, the choice you make as soon as we're off this video could change the entire timeline.
Yeah. That's why I told you what I think happens is for every choice everybody has, there's a split where there's a reality where you made each choice.
Every choice, it's like, think of the memories being made in your brain, how they show it on video, where it's like a dot and then it goes and it goes and then back. That's how I believe this whole entanglement is. So every time, I mean, how many times and where you're delayed because something happened, you got a flat tire, and sometimes it's noticeable. You could have been in a wreck. Maybe there was a wreck. Maybe there's, and sometimes you get
saved your life. Yeah.
Brought to your awareness by situations like that. Brings it to your awareness. Dang. You know, my timing. It's all about timing. I don't know. Anyway, that's why I don't predict dates. So my people don't give me dates.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
no. There's many psychics out there that have no problem doing dates, and as soon as I find one that I have watched long enough to see the date go by and it be real, the only ones I know of, I don't even think are alive yet anymore.
Not even Miss Cleo.
Is she alive?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since the 90s.
But like, you know, Edgar Casey, I think he gave dates.
Yeah.
And his dates come true. I don't know that Dolores Cannon gave dates. Edgar Casey, yeah. And you know, and not that there aren't others out there with that capability, but they're sure not sharing it with
they probably don't realize it.
They're either
it's probably something that they think they have a dream and then later it happens and they're like, oh wow.
Yeah. I don't know.
One of my friend's moms was like that all the time. She would have a dream and she would tell us about her dream that bothered her. And it was like maybe 2 or 3 years later, it's something like it would happen. Here's
the thing. On the 24th, isn't that when all the generals met?
Might have been.
Yeah.
Oh,
how do I know that date doesn't have something to do with that?
No. And that's also the rapture was supposed to happen between the 23rd and 25th.
I knew that wasn't going to happen, though.
Oh, I knew it too. But it was still fun to watch TikTok and see him talk about people saying it's happening in Australia. Go ahead. And they're telling you, literally goes, go ahead and get naked, stand outside your house and just wait.
Go do it.
I was so hoping that I would drive around town or something. There'd be naked people out in front of the house. Just because I'm like
that all day.
That would have been so funny.
I mean, there was, but you know, like I say, I never through anything until I know.
Right.
You know, because I don't know, man. I've seen some crazy crap. I don't. Somebody tells me something whacked, I wait and get more info. I don't just automatically think it's whacked.
Right. Is it true? You know?
It's like, well, let's find out what the possibility of that is. But I don't know if that, and you know, they talked about, I think it was a YouTube video I watched that showed what all the generals in that auditorium or whatever. Did you guys see it? And the dude was up there talking and he was talking about all the, you know, we're not going to do any more. We're not going to be nice guys anymore. You know, his, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? Did you see that video?
I saw that. I mean, I've seen clips
and the generals were silent. It's like everyone's just.
That's because they weren't happy. That was basically, we're going to change things back to the way they were like 20 years ago. And if you don't like it, get out. Meeting is what that was.
Well, Trump said that.
Well, I mean,
you're welcome to leave,
me,
but your rank will go with you.
Well, I mean, that's when I was in the Army. So I think it's good. I think it's a good change, but that's just because I lived, you know, that's the way it was when I was in there.
what was it? No more.
No more beards.
Yeah.
No more long hair.
Not talking about that. Not talking about that.
It's uniformity. That's
When they arrest people, no more.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember this.
Yeah. Oh, I can't think of it. It's like right here. I can't think of it. But it's like no more reasonable. Anyway, it's only been the thing protecting us against them.
Well, I mean, really,
It's been the boundary that they can't cross, allegedly, to protect them when they go arresting people.
oh, you're talking about the military doing it?
Yeah, yeah. And he's like, no more of that. No more of that.
Well, that's, and you know, I don't approve of everything that guy does or his administration,
But
that's going closer to martial law, and I don't like that at all.
it's getting real close to martial law.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind using federal troops to back up the police because it makes them a larger force and they can accomplish more. But to send them in with different orders and allowing them to do other things, I'm not sure I agree with that.
Yeah. But how, I mean, you know, how does this connect with what's happening? Obviously. It's like, okay, are we getting number one?
Well, unfortunately, it's all stepping stones, and then it always builds up, and it leads to something else because the next guy's going to build off of it, and they're going to do something else with it. Because, like you said, this sets a precedent for the next guy to do similar.
Here's the thing: you can't trust what you see. As far as I know, that video I watched of him talking was all AI.
Oh yeah, you can't.
I don't know.
I don't see.
Tell.
I don't see how they can even accept video as evidence in court anymore.
Well, I talked to my old boss because I had that question too. He called me. We had like an hour talk. He's my other friend that likes to talk about this kind of stuff. And he said they won't just like, if you were involved in a crime and you were like, hey, I've got this video on my phone. They can't, that kind of video, no. But surveillance system video,
you can have an AI generate the surveillance video.
Those come, I know this because I had to work with that. The original videos come in certain formats that you have to reformat in order to watch them. They come in and each surveillance system, which was a huge pain, has their own format.
Oh.
And you have to have software or an app to then watch that video and then render it into another format that I could then dispose to other people.
Yeah.
MP4s or whatever. But the original video from the surveillance system itself comes in a format. And that's all they'll take.
Yeah.
In court.
Well, it won't be long before somebody figures out a way around that.
I don't know. But maybe that's the misinformation, though. Maybe because, you know, one thing I talk to clients about, because a lot of them, there's people that are really freaked out about what's going on. You know, people in the trans community, people in the LGBTQ community, women of color. I mean, there are lots of people really worried.
The media is making a killing off of
absolutely. And that's the first thing I go over with someone who comes to me with that. Get off the freaking news. And then I say, walk out your front door. What's happening?
Nothing.
When you went to the store yesterday, what happened? And it's like nothing. Well, this is happening. I said, that's the thing. Think about it. It's always happening somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's never happening here.
Right.
Yep. It's always happening in a big city.
I said, until it comes to your town, know what's happening, stay aware, but don't be letting it affect you. Don't be freaking out. Because you don't know if what you're seeing is true.
Yeah. And They lie so much. It's like every headline I read or every story I see, I'm like, okay, and then you got to go through and you have to look at all of the opinionated words in it. Like all the words they put that like kiss or like flattering words and like demeaning words that they slip in. Like they'll story tell kind of like they'll be it was a nice day on March 3rd or whatever. And so was minding his own business peacefully in his yard. And so they paint this pretty picture of this guy, and then it turns out, oh well, he just stabbed somebody, and he was.
Now you lost my train of thought because I got lost in that story. It was a piece I thought we were going to hear.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why they write articles now. They'll paint this like pretty picture of everything, and they're all picking freaking daisies, and then somebody shows up and ruins the day.
Yeah,
and it's never the whole.
Never the right did you guys watch that part 2 of Weaponized that I sent you?
Yeah.
So he talks about this. He talks about being in forums, chat forums, and and he knew that's what they were because he was working side by side with people that were in these chat forums, these conspiracy chat forums, to be allied misinformation. So they come in and be like, yes, I work here and we do know that 3i Atlas is a spaceship, and knowing that it's not. You see what I'm saying? So they feed into it with misinformation.
Yeah.
We know what happens. So you just really got to be, I mean, you got to use discernment.
Well,
you got
another trick.
Do your due diligence.
Another trick they use is they'll use a vague source. Like they'll be like, so-and-so did this in Orlando, and a source nearby says blah, blah, blah. And it turns out that the source nearby was some wino. You give him $5, he'll say whatever you want, And they don't ever say that, but they're like a source nearby or an anonymous source or, and then their journalist like, I'm not going to reveal my sources. It's like, come on, it could have been anybody. And they're like, experts say. It's like, well, what experts? You just tell us experts say we're supposed to eat it up. It's like, what expert are you talking? Well, who is this expert? But so many people are like, well, the expert said, so it must, it's like,
and that's why you get on your freaking phone,
you got to pay attention to what you're reading,
and you go, hey, I heard this, and you find out about it. All of the things about it.
So you got to pay attention to what you're reading because they paint it in ways to put the image in your head that they want.
What are you saying, Tom?
Well, I was going to say, with all the comets and 3i Atlas, so how do you think it might be connected to the Dark Knight satellite that's up there?
Oh,
clearly the Dark Knight satellite is operated by Batman.
Possibly. Go up there, it says Wayne Industries on the side.
I mean, that thing just looks like a hunk of rock too. So
it does.
If it's technological, it could easily be the same technology or design.
Well, let me tell you about some key events that happened connecting that to this.
Okay.
So in 1899, Nikola Tesla reported detecting unusual radio signals in Colorado Springs. And they think that is what started this whole conspiracy about it. 1920 and 30s, amateur radio operators in Norway reported strange, long-delayed echoes or radio signals. In the 50s and 60s, the sucker's been around for a minute. We've known it's there. 50s and 60s, there was a retired Air Force major called Donald Kehoe who claimed detection of 2 artificial satellites of unknown origin before any nation had publicly launched any other satellites. It was in Time magazine and everything. 1970, Duncan Lunan had a star map speculation. He was a Scottish author, and he was also an amateur researcher. Duncan Lunan analyzed long-delayed radio echoes and suggested tentatively that they might originate from a probe in orbit around the moon, which might be ancient, 13,000 years old. or more, possibly from the star Epsilon Bootis.
The
He later,
Boots is-
yeah, he later retracted or revised parts of that analysis.
So
And then in this is the last one, 1988, the space shuttle mission STS-88 images were taken of the dark object, which was twisted, irregular shape against the Earth. These images and a video of the thermal blanket drifting freely have often been presented by believers as depicting the black.
yeah, I've seen that.
that's the swamp gas and the
Yeah.
light from Venus is what that is. That's all crap.
Yeah.
Now I will tell you one thing, and I find this very interesting. We talk about the Epsilon Buddhist angle of this whole deal. And if it's been sitting around here for 13,000 years, well, that means it was here for the younger driest event.
I know.
So here's the thought I had the other day when I was researching a lot of stuff, because I did come across the same information that you just said. So what if you got Muamua, okay, checking things out. We've got 3i Atlas coming in. We've already had the Dark Knight satellite here. What if they're just it's like a fact fighting mission, and they're seeing that it's about to happen again, so everyone's showing up to see what happens and what goes down.
How
humankind handles that.
That is what Bashar and Greer both have said.
Yeah. I didn't know that, but
I'm interested to see what 30-1 Atlas actually does. If it's going towards Mars now and it actually comes into contact with the planet, I want to know
Guess what the date is. Guess what the date is now?
2032?
October 29th. No, October 29th. I know.
That's my favorite day.
I know.
Wow. October 29th.
Yeah. I don't know what year now that you mentioned that.
Because I could have swore they said 2032. But here's the thing. Because I've heard that A3i Atlas came in, it stopped itself, repositioned, and went towards Mars.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah.
And so what if that is like if it's the last thing I saw before NASA shut off the cameras to the public? What if that's a cylinder and it's going to land on Mars? And wouldn't it be weird if it landed, was that Cydonia on Mars?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, that's where the Agigi or whatever from the Anunnaki set up their way station as a staging point.
Yeah.
So if they just come back and like fire everything up and put wherever they were before back into shape and get everything ready there, then they'll like basically rest up and get all their resources ready and then do what they're here for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because weren't the Agigi there for quite a while before they showed up here?
What's that?
Weren't the Agigi or whatever they were called? Weren't they on Mars for a little while before they showed up here?
I want to say they were. They're the ones who are loyal to.
Yeah, because that's where they buried Alalu.
Yeah, they buried Alalu.
Alalu came here, found gold, went home, came back. They exiled him. He came back here, and the Agigi, I think, were already there, and he got himself killed, and they put him on Mars. Allegedly.
Well, I know Anu got into he challenged Alalu in combat.
Yeah, but he lived through that. He lost, and
he lost. He exiled himself to Earth, found gold. Says, "Hey, there's a big supply of gold here."
Yeah,
and then I don't know what happened to get for him to lose life. But
they chased him back out this way. They chased him back out this way, and he died here. And that the face was supposed to be because they said they put him in a temple that resembled the eagle's helmet, which basically means a flight helmet. Which is what the face looked like. The guy was wearing a helmet, like a pilot helmet.
Right. Well, and like I was saying, it could be a situation where they, these advanced, civilizations seen the younger drives happen 12,000 years ago, and now here it comes around, and they've had this satellite there, probably just sitting there collecting data, watching the Earth and everything.
Well, the younger Dryas could have just been when Enlil decided to wipe everybody out, and he didn't get us all, and he's like, okay, well, we'll let them start over and see what they do this time.
Well, I think Enlil saw an opportunity. He saw what was coming down the way, and he's like, okay, well, these comets are going to smash into the planet. That's going to.
I don't think it was. I don't think that it was a comet. I think that he ordered everybody into their ships, and then they hit the poles and sank a bunch of ice, and it flooded everything. I think is what that's what Sitchin said happened.
Where I don't remember that in the books, but then again, a lot of times I have problems with comprehension. So
I don't remember which one of it was in.
it was a lot of books and a long time ago that I read those.
But it mirrored the flood with Noah because Enki basically did the thing where he's behind the reeds, and it was overheard. So some of them saved themselves, and then when Enki saw that some of them saved themselves, he's like, "Well, I guess they're resourceful." He goes, "Well, I'll give them another chance." But he was mostly mad about what he saw as degeneracy and them doing whatever they wanted when they were supposed to be workers.
Right. And Lil was like,
he was strict. He wanted them to serve their purpose, and Enki was like, "But I like them."
Yeah. They're my experiment.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they could get on with it. I'd like to know the truth.
And here's another thing. With all that being said, with the Oumuamua, 3-Eye Atlas, the Dark Knight satellite, brings us to, could it all be connected also with Project Bluebeam?
Right, but we've already been on here an hour.
Yeah, Project Bluebeam.
We might have to make Project Bluebeam next week.
Okay, we'll talk about Project Bluebeam next week.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. So that'll be connected. So everybody, I hope you took your notes because next week is going to be a continuation.
There will be a pop quiz.
Well,
you will be graded.
Because they say Project Bluebeam is actually going right. I mean, that guy in that Weaponized 2 video talked about it.
Well, yeah, like those systems where you can project holograms in the sky exist. It's just it's basically 3D because it's got 3 lasers that can hit the the water molecules in the air and bounce the light off of them.
And the thing is, I remember, and I think it was I when I first started watching TikTok and started watching a lot of these reels on Facebook, I remember there was some they would show these things and like there's like these. They're like it's a picture of heaven. Like they had these like cathedrals in the sky,
cities in the sky.
Yeah, cities in the sky. And it was like it was supposed to be like over China or something like that.
Yeah, over in Asia somewhere.
And so now it's like you hear about Project Bluebeam. It's like, wait a minute, was that just like a test run, seeing what people think? And
when you think about all these other things, what is it? All those people that saw the Mother Mary in the sky or whatever.
Well,
right
here, I was just thinking of this. Like, how, like, when there's abductions and stuff, they're always portrayed as having a beam of light that came down and made a circle around and they're beamed up or whatever. Okay, when you look back at all of the ancient, like, religious and old drawings and paintings of things where, like, the light from heaven came down on people, and it's a circle on the ground with them in it, and it's like the same type of beam that UFOs are.
Oh yeah, just imagine that, not a person but a cow.
Yeah, and like I saw one, and I never really realized that, but I saw one last week of this drawing, and this guy was like, he had his arms up and everything, and then there's just a thing, and then I realized he was wearing robes and stuff. I was like, that dude looks like he's about to get abducted, but it was supposed to be the holy light of God coming down.
Yeah,
and I'm like, it's the same thing.
I know. I agree. Too many. Yeah. I mean, there's too many coincidences. Too many things are the same.
Yeah. And it just gets me. So many people are like, well, I'd rather believe that he's floating around in a cloud and giving everybody the finger with lightning bolt once in a while. It's like, no.
Yeah.
He comes here and he does what he wants and then he flies off.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, let's dedicate the next episode to Project
Bluebeam and anything that comes after that.
Yeah, anything we might roll,
Yeah, because I'm sure it doesn't end there.
Going adjacent into.
Well, if you haven't gotten to see the part 2 of Weaponized on Jeremy Corbell's website, YouTube channel. Go
I
watch
actually
it.
managed to not fall asleep watching that.
What'd you think?
Like
Just before we
I
quit.
did get distracted for a little while toward the end, but like
The end was the best.
the guy was interesting, and I mean, just from what I know about military and stuff, he's believable.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought about Bob Lazar too, because I understand compartmentalization and how the projects work together, and you never know what you're making.
Oh yeah, you don't know what the guy next to you is doing.
Yeah, like because like even in a like one unit, you'll separate the soldiers, and it's like, okay, you guys do this and bring this over here, and then that's all they know is we're got to go get this and take it to this field or something. But he's got like 3 other groups bringing different things to the field, and then when they get to the field, there's another team waiting in the field to put everything together, and they're like, oh, okay. And
need to know. You don't need to know.
yeah,
you need to do.
No, they
Not
just
know.
want you to
Don't ask
focus
questions, just go do
on
it.
your mission.
Right. You need to do, not know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that being a military thing. It's like I've never been in the military, but I'm pretty
so
sure.
That, like, just putting up
yeah.
a stage for like a parade or something, then they're just like, we just need you to go get these poles and take them to this field. And so other people get platforms out of this other warehouse.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, I don't know what these are for, but I guess we'll do it. We got to do it. And then you get there and they're like, okay, put together a stage. You're like, oh, okay. Now it all comes together. I know what we're doing.
Well, I know that there's this series, Weaponized. And I mean, I can't believe they're only on part 2. I mean, these people that are coming forward, it's like they don't care. They don't care if they walk out the door and get blown up right then. They're just so tired of keeping it quiet. And that's literally anyone who's on this show is not gaining anything.
Yeah. Well, once they get enough of a presence established, they're probably not going to do that. They'll just try to discredit him.
Well, and that's, I think, the hope.
Yeah. Well, that guy that was trying to expose Dulcie, they got him, and that was bad for him.
Yeah. Well, this guy that's on part 2 talked about how they released a psychological report on him.
Yeah.
Listing him as being delusional and all these
making
things.
stuff up, and
it's like, of course they did. Of course they did.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll have to talk more about that too. I don't know.
Well, usually when people are nuts like that and they make stuff up, you can tell that they're just regurgitating things they've seen or read, like Star Trek lore will be mixed in, or talking about some technology.
And it's never the same.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about
they're goofy and vague on points they can't say, they can't put together.
That's the thing about Corbell and this, and I never can remember his name, that journalist. These people have been, you're getting what we're seeing. They've been talking to these people for a month or more.
Yeah.
Vetting them over and over and to see, is their story going to be straight every time? Is this, they talked about that in another side video about, because you've got to be careful about.
Well, he mentions that he's been talking to him for a while. He's talked to him more than once already.
They are who I learned about allied misinformants.
Yeah.
You got to be careful about that. He said, we've got to be careful about that. People coming out, I'm a whistleblower, I'm going to give you this big story. Well, you can't automatically think what they're going to tell you is true.
Yeah.
You got to be vetted. Anybody who gets on the show has been thoroughly vetted.
Well, Bob Lazar has been almost verified now.
Yes, I know. And
that's crazy because the stuff that he was saying when he was talking about like that energy source and all that stuff, they're trying to figure out how to make it fire up and everything. It's like first off, you're crazy. It's an energy source, but you don't know how it works. You want somebody to just play with the thing. I mean, what if it causes some kind of a wave or radiation that causes cancer when everybody in 100 miles, or an explosion, or who knows what it could do if you mess with it and it does the wrong thing.
Yeah. All right. Say good night, Tommy.
Good night, Tommy.
Say good night, JC.
Yep.